Hello and welcome to another great podcast, Stepping Out with Nigel. A new one released every week from the world of drag racing stars. Please subscribe to the Stepping Out with Nigel on YouTube. Also press the blue bell button to be kept updated with new releases every week. Many more exciting ones to come very soon.
Okay, here we are in the BOB MOLDEN Palatial Palace here at Centre Pod Raceway. It's the main event, and we've had a good day today.
It's been brilliant. It's been absolutely superb. We haven't done as well as what we would like to have done in Pro ET. We've done okay in Super Gas.
Yeah. So how are you fixed with Supercast today?
Well, we started off after the first round. We were third, and I think now we're around about seventh.
Okay.
So, and Pro ET, unfortunately, the cars had a mind of its own. And decided to do everything opposite on our dialings to what it was. So we've ended up about 31st. So we're very close to the bump spot, but we're hoping that there's going to be a 64 car field.
Right.
We're just waiting for one more person to qualify. And that brings us to a 50 cars, which will take us onto a 64 car field.
Right.
So everybody's in then. If that car doesn't qualify, there's a lot of people going to be very, very upset.
I'm going home at 32,
yeah. So that's how we're fixing them. But we've got two runs tomorrow. Although it's forecast to rain tonight, but
we never know. It's Centre Pod.
it's got its own little weather stream. So So we're hoping that we will get the two runs tomorrow, and the car decides to behave itself. I always blame the car. The driver, no, the driver's right. You know what I mean? It's the car.
Oh,
crew chief. Female.
Right.
Yeah.
Crew chief's right.
Yeah. So yeah, and then we have got one on Sunday, but it's leaving it a bit late. But it's always a very tight field here on big events because we get plenty of runs, and people really start hitting the numbers. So
it's quite. It's 2.4 sometimes, isn't it? You know.
Oh yeah. Well, I think at the moment the top 10 are all within the thousands off the dialing. The top 10. Yeah. So that's some going. That is some going.
Yeah. So let's have a what's been your history and when did you start getting involved with drag racing?
Long time ago. I answered an advert in a paper in Leeds that said anybody that's interested in American cars and hot rods, come to me at Oakwood Clock in Leeds, and there's going to be some cars showing, and the intentions were to start a car club. So we went up, we met a gentleman by the name of Dave Grady, who was synonymous with drag racing. He was big in the 70s and 80s at bringing Santa Pod into everybody's lives. And we started a car club called the Street Freaks back in 1972. And then we came down to Kettering to the Hot Rod Run in 1974. And I came to Santa Pod at the same time in 1974. And I was just hooked from then on. And I just came down as a spectator. I used to pit behind Ronnie Picardo's static caravan that he had at the end of the track. There were loads of us from the Street Freaks. We all used to come down. I were here in 76 and 77 when Dawn Gartlett came over and raced. Then we went into the 80s. I got a couple of American cars. I did race up at York Raceway when it opened. I was part of building that up a little bit, and then I kind of went on a tangent, disappeared off the scene for a while, and then I started a garage with another guy, and we started racing together. We built a dragster, and then we sold that, we started another garage together, and then it was a Peugeot, part of a Peugeot dealership,
Right.
and we built a 405 Peugeot first with a 460 big
Heavy,
block in
wasn't
it.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then at that time, the 405 and the 205 were the flagships of the Peugeot range.
Yeah.
And I had a Dodge Challenger that I had on the street, and Steve were very good at being persuasive, and he persuaded me to do a 205 and make it for the Rover V8 Championship, which were knocking around at the time. And that's when it started. It started with a Rover V8 in it.
Yeah, I remember when they first come out, the 205s, they were the boys' cars.
Yeah.
Basically, little, GTI.
Yeah, the 1.6 and 1.9 GTIs.
Yeah,
they were there. Unfortunately, Steve came into money problems, had to sell the 405. So the 205 there that I built and the 405 never ever got together. They were all, it was just a shame we never got them together. And as far as I know now, the 405 has been on a trailer in a garden in Ealing for nearly 30 years now.
Wow,
just scrapped off, just left. Just totally. So, but yeah, that's basically how I got into it. I never wanted to drive. I always wanted to crew. I love building them and getting involved on that line, but building the cars. And whatever a case of Steve said, well, I'll drive the 405 and you build this and drive that. And this is really the first car I've driven in competition.
And how many years has that been?
We started in 1992.
Yeah.
And we're still here now.
A lot of changes?
Yes. Well, it started off with a standard SD1 Rover V8 in it. Then we bought a race Rover that ran on with nitrous and cammed up. And then that were costing an absolute arm and a leg to run. And we weren't hitting the numbers. So we scrapped that out of it and went on to small block Chevy. Started with a 302 small block, which was supposed to be the pattern for a 350. Ran out of money. So we ran the 302 for a few years. And then got hold of we kept breaking engines. We'd build an engine and break an engine.
Was that because you were lead foot in it? Or?
Yeah, they were just one race engines. They were just standard engines, and we were trying to get too much out of them. Yeah. We were putting lots of nitrous on top, and it was just doing them in. And we did one back in 2001 at Shakespeare County, with Old Avon Park. And Kenny Coleman of EDA fame came round and he just said, "You've got to stop doing this. I've got this engine." And we went round to look at his workshop in Castlewood. There were no way I could afford it. But we were very lucky to get a sponsor at a time that bought the engine. So we put that in. But obviously, you put an engine in a car, that's the start. You start having to move down everything, then drivetrain, into axles, into tyre sizes, everything. But we've just done it nice and steady over the years. That engine, we changed it quite a few times, lasted 22 years. So we're all credit to Kenny. How it was built in the first place, and we did regular fresh hoops. Then, unfortunately, in 2023, at the Summer Nationals, that engine decided to drop a valve, and it completely broke it up. Not as much damage as what we thought. So that engine at the moment is in the garage, and I'm just rebuilding it. Okay. But we got wind of this 427 all aluminium block heads, everything. That were in a street strip motor. The guy didn't want it anymore, so I've retired. I decided to put a bit of retirement money into a new engine, and then we put it in, and we were in for the first time last year, and we've done a few alterations to it this year, and we are now getting
the numbers, because obviously so people won't realise, but you do Pro ET and you do Supergas as well.
Yeah.
So you've got a little bit of tinkering to do.
To be honest, we don't really alter a lot from Pro ET to Supergas. The difference is that with Pro ET, you dial your index.
Yeah.
On Supergas, it's an index that you've got to run to. Also, the light sequences are different. It's a what we call a blinky tree for sportsmen.
Yeah.
And then for Pro ET, it's a full 3 lights come on, and then you go.
Not the red one.
Yeah, not the red. I've yet to get a red light on a Pro tree.
Brilliant, fantastic. Yeah.
So, but a lot of the guys in Supergas run what we call a throttle stop, which is on an automated system that can make it a lot more consistent getting the numbers. We don't bother with it, and we've now convinced a lot more people to come into that class without throttle stops. Just doing it on your foot, just driving your car, knowing your car, backing off.
Knowing your bike.
Some people do set them up so that they will do 990.
Yeah.
But I go out, I still run exactly the same settings, and I just back off and then go back on again.
You've got the experience there to be able to do that, haven't you?
Yeah. We have.
But you know when you're going down the strip, you feel it. Don't you?
Yeah.
You know where you are.
There's only me ever driven the car.
Yeah.
There's nobody else ever been in it, and that's the only car I've driven. So I just know that car inside out. I know when he's going to do that. But as I say, the only thing that he tends to do is she sometimes has a mind of her own. So whatever you tell her to do, she goes completely, utterly crazy. We did a brilliant one last year. All last year, we ran the engine with an air filter in the front because the old engine, we weren't quite sure whether it had actually sucked anything in and damaged the engine. So we ran an air filter in, and we kept saying, shall we take the air filter out and just see if it makes a bit of a difference? So anyway, we left it right until the national finals, and then we had a bit of time, and we took the air filter out. We were running 935, and we thought, we'll get a 934 or a 933, that'll be absolutely spot on.
Yeah.
We went out, launched it, come back, and I come back to get my ticket, and I looked at it. We'd run a 9.19 at 142 mile an hour, nearly 2 tenths quicker.
Wow.
By taking the air filter out.
That's
so we were just elated.
Game on now, yeah.
So yeah, she's it's regular process, regular progress. We just do little bits and bats to her now when we can afford it. We go to as many meetings as we can at Santa Pod and at Melbourne. We've been we used to do shaking when it were home quite regular. We've been to Clastres, we've been to Hockenheim 3 times. Yeah. Just getting her out there, having fun.
Yeah, I'd see somewhere like Hockenheim for this.
Yeah.
Where they'd love it out there.
Yeah. Well, Clastres, when we took it out to Clastres, they absolutely thought it was wonderful.
Yeah.
A French car in France.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went out there and there were like 4 scrutineers when we took it up for scrutineering, doing different cars, and we pulled this in. They'd heard it was coming, and all 4 of them were on it. Yeah. They weren't being, I'm going to make sure this is all right. They just wanted to look at it.
Dribbling.
Yeah, absolutely. And of course, it were a good crowd puller.
Yeah.
So,
superb,
yeah. So, but no, we're absolutely pleased with it. We're pleased with it.
Yeah, you've done a good job.
Yeah. Well, long may it continue as well. I'm 70-year-old next year, and but no, we're not going to stop.
No,
we're just keep it.
It keeps you young, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah. The whole sport. We love this sport. My wife's my main linesman. I have my best mate who's my crewman. All my family's involved in it. I've never ever forced them to be in it. My youngest daughter, when she were 10-year-old, did the junior dragsters.
Yeah.
She drove until she was 17. She's now 30 odd, and unfortunately she didn't take it up after that due to the fact that we couldn't couldn't afford 2 cars.
Yeah.
So she sat back. She was going to drive the 205, but she found boys.
There you go.
My eldest daughter, she goes out with a guy, Carl Goldsmith, who's into the VW classes and all that lot. And she knows more about drag racing than I do.
Right.
Our Lauren is clued up like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah.
She really is. So, and yeah, it's like now we're down here at the main event, but we did the door slammers before, so we did the staycation.
We stayed here over the week, yeah. Why not?
Yeah.
Only Tesco's down the road, isn't it? You need anything, is it?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we went out quite a few times with a lot of the racers here and socialised on that side.
Yeah.
Because as much as when you get here, you're concentrating on your car, and we do get together sometimes on a night, especially if it is a nice night.
Yeah.
But if it's a cold night, you all end up in your own little camps.
Yeah.
But we do get quite a lot of people coming around to the bus.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Bit of music, eh?
So,
bit of music.
Yeah, we got the music on and all that lot. So that's why the car's called White Noise, because I used to be a DJ.
Right.
I was a DJ, and I just took the name White Noise.
Yeah.
That's what
DJ,
yeah. So
top man.
Yeah. That's what we told people, and we say no. The real reason is it's white and it's noisy.
Actually, that's one of the questions I was going to ask you. Now we know.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah, white noise came from the, the thing you tune out of. So it seems with music in a nightclub, well, you choose as much white noise out of it, as you call it, until it gets to end at night, and then you put lots in and people go.
People go. See you later.
That's where it comes. It just came out of the blue. I don't know. We just thought, what should we call the car? I said, white noise. That sounds good.
But when people say that, they don't want to go home.
No. No. It's she's been good. Yeah, she's been good.
Great for it. Keeps you healthy, keeps you happy, and everything else. So
Yeah. And a lot of people say, God, man, it costs you a lot of money. Well, yes, it does. But I won't give it up for the atmosphere in these pits.
Yes.
And round in it, drag racing is one big family.
Yeah.
I've got more friends all over the world because I do this sport.
Yeah.
And I would ever know.
It's always been the way that if someone breaks like here, everyone helps each other out.
Yeah.
Irrespective of competing with each other.
We'd much rather race somebody, help them race somebody and lose, than just go out because they broke.
Yeah.
It is. It's absolutely the key thing.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Yeah. Anything else you want to know?
No, I think this is because the whole idea of this as well is to the people out there, who see the car,
Yes, my mate Daki over there. What do you call it? And my wife. They're more well known than I am because I'm under the helmet. So
start on Harry's.
He's only cruised for us 25 years. So
but he don't look bad for it, does he?
No. No, that's how I met Rob when I used to crew for Martin Hill with the Fire Force. When he brought Fire Force 2 over here, I'd known Martin for quite a while. He asked me to prep the body up on that because I'm in body shops. And they came to a meeting one day, and that was it.
Yeah, cool.
More blokes never look back.
He loves it.
We'll keep going, as I say, as long as we can, and enjoying ourselves. I mean, a couple of years ago, me and the wife, we've got a nephew in Australia. We went out to Australia, but we managed to get the Winter Nationals at Willowbank in while we were out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, had to go see everybody. Believe it or not, we had 2 brilliant days, and then the finals got rained off.
We don't want that.
Went all that way, and we got rained off.
Wow.
So, but yeah, we've loved it. We love the sport. We love the people, and yeah, let's have many more years. Many
Bob,
more years.
amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, cheers, buddy. Yeah,
Good man.
yeah,
Young lady, thank you very much.
yes, yes.
Well
Yeah.
received.
Hey, no
Yes,
problem, my
yeah.
lovely. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Daisy. Thank you very much.
Hey,
Yeah.
no, hey,
No.
hey,
So where do we buy this then?